Hi guys, so good evening and welcome back to my magical world. I am Frostbite and it's a rainy midnight. Okay, it's 1:30 in the morning and it's July 26, 2023. Okay, so pagka-uwi ko kanina, I already fell asleep. Kaya I'm a bit recharged but I don't know guys kasi I'm kind of like worrying about something. Okay, you know the feeling when you don't want to think about that problem but you're kind of like thinking it even if it's just a minor thing. So naiinis ako guys. Naiinis ako kasi I have to like make decisions about that. And you know me, I hate confrontation as much as possible. And I hate fighting for what's my right. 'Di ba? So, nakakainis talaga yung power play na yan. I don't know. So really annoying. So, I'm still thinking about and I need to talk to people about some legal matters. Kaya, uh, I hope someone will help me soon about that. I have few information, but it's not the information that I wanted to. I mean, it's not complete. Okay, so I need to see the full details about it, the policies and laws about that. So, inis talaga ako, guys. So, let's start na ha. Okay, so let's read page 121 and 122 of the book Flow. Okay, so kalmahin na natin ang ating mga sarili. Ang ulan pa, 'di ba? Sumasabay pa. Wait lang ah. Naaasar lang ako, like nakakaasar. 'Di ba? So, and it is true also in terms of the history of each individual human being. A person who cannot remember is cut off from the knowledge of prior experiences, unable to build patterns of consciousness that bring order to the mind. As Bunuel has said, life without memory is no life at all. Our memory is our coherence, our reason, our feeling, even our action. Without it, we are nothing, diba? So, of course, memory is so relevant. Um, it's an information that you need because it involves your experiences in life, 'di ba? The people who hurt you and the people who and the person that you become right now. So, nainis ako guys, hindi ako makapag-advise sa inyo kasi naiisip ko yung problem ko. So, hindi naman siya like super you know, super it's not really a thing that I need to be worried about too much. But since I have like, you know that I have been practicing like peace of mind for the past couple of years. Diba? So if there are minor shit that is like, you know, challenges, diba? It's really challenging for me. Kasi ayoko talaga mag-confront, guys. Kasi baka anong masabi ko. I am so blunt. Like, I hate confronting people because the moment that I do, I did. So, the moment I start to talk to people, baka ma-shock sila. So, syempre mabait ako, but, you know, don't test the water. That is, uh, do not test the peaceful water that I am with right now. Diba? Babasa pa ba tayo? Sandali lang kasi sobrang maulan talaga. So, be safe guys wherever you are. Wait lang, ko-continue natin. Okay, continue guys. So, Naiinis talaga ako, guys. I think, right at this, I mean, at this point, I really wanted to be surrounded by lawyers, people that will give me good advice about laws here. Kasi, it's really good if you have a friend like that is close to you, that you can easily ask, about anything that is related to your industry. Diba? So, nainis ako, guys. Kasi, um, wala akong like super close friend that that I can ask about this thing. Okay, so it's really important that you have good connections. So, uh, continue na muna tayo. Okay, so ayoko munang, as much as possible, I don't wanna think about it. Kasi it worries my mind. Okay, it's not that much, but it worries. Alam mo na yun, guys. Naiinis kasi ako, guys. Ayoko talaga ng may iniisip. So, all forms of mental flow depend on memory. Either directly or indirectly, history suggests that the oldest way of organizing information involved recalling one's ancestors, the line of descent that gave each person his or her identity as member of a tribe or a family. It is not by chance that the Old Testament, especially in the early books, contains so much genealogical information. The Genesis, the descendants of Joktan were the people of Almodad, Shelef, Hazarvet, Jera, Hadoram, Uzal, Dikla, and many more, guys. Okay? So knowing one's origin and to whom one was related was an indispensable method for creating social order when no other basis for order existed. Diba? It's really important to acknowledge your roots. I don't know what kind of person are you, but for me, people who have integrity and good principles in life, they really acknowledge where they came from. Okay, no matter how difficult that is, culture, traditions, and all of that. Kasi mahirap talaga ganun. But remember that you have a free will and a logical mind. As much as possible, utilize it well. Kasi our perception about many things are different. So you really have to think intellectually. Okay? So, wait lang. In pre-literate cultures, reciting list of ancestors' names is a very important activity even today, and it is one in which the people who can do it take a great delight. Remembering is enjoyable because it entails fulfilling a goal and so brings order to consciousness. We all know the little spark of satisfaction that comes when we remember where we put the car keys and or any other object that has been temporarily misplaced. To remember a long list of elders going back a dozen generations is particularly enjoyable in that it satisfies the need to find a place in the ongoing stream of life. Okay? To recall one's ancestors places the recaller as a link in a chain that starts in the mythical past and extends into the unfathomable future. Even though in our cultural lineage history have lost all practical significance, people still enjoy thinking and talking about their roots. I remember that Twilight movie where Jacob talks about where he came from, and also, Edward, diba? I know it's like a fantasy book, but just think about it. Like, if you have a tribe, diba? And you're talking about how about your lineage. It's really, it's really Amazing. Is that the term? It's really mind-blowing knowing where you really came from, 'di ba? But not people nowadays have that kind of thing kasi nga most of us are living in a survival mode, so they don't have really time for that. But I guarantee you that people who have um, good principles in life, you know, knows how to acknowledge their roots. Um, it was not only their origin that our ancestors had to commit to memory, but all other facts bearing on their ability to control the environment. A list of edible herbs and fruits, health tips, rules of behavior patterns and of inheritance, laws, geographical knowledge, rudiments of technology, and pearls of wisdom were all bundled into easily remembered sayings or verse. Before printing became readily available in the last few hundred years, much of human knowledge was condensed in forms similar to the alphabet song, which puppets now sing on the children's television shows such as Sesame Street. So, according to Johan Huizinga, the great Dutch cultural historian, among the most important precursors of systematic knowledge were riddling games. In the most ancient cultures, the elders of the tribe would challenge each other to contest in which one person sang a text filled with hidden references, and the other person had to interpret the meaning encoded in the song. A competition between expert riddles was often the most stimulating intellectual event the local community could witness. The forms of the riddle anticipated the rules of logic, and its content was used to transmit factual knowledge our ancestors needed to preserve. Some of the riddles were fairly simple and easy, like the following rhythm sung by the ancient Welsh minstrels and translated by Lady Charlotte Guest. Okay, so mamaya basahin ko yung um, riddles. Okay, so how are you guys? Yan, kamustahin ko lang yung aking mga viewers. I wasn't here lately. Last weekend, I have work and I also went out with my friends. So, I don't wanna go. It's not like, kasi I usually stay out, diba? I told you that I'm always outside. So, I really need time to clean the entire house. Kasi, wala na ako here. Like, I feel like it's been a month. It's been a year. It's been 7 months. So, lagi ako guys nasa labas. So, it's really crazy. Yun lang naman guys. So, nababother kasi ako nun sa work ko talaga. Like, I need to consult lawyers. Okay, so nasa-stress ako kasi although may natatanungan naman ako ngayon, but it's not enough for me. The information is not enough for me. I need to see the full details of my advantages and disadvantages. So, let's go back to the riddle. Naiinis talaga ako, guys. Ito mo, nagkaka-pimple na ako. So, let's continue. Isa lang naman yan. So, discover what it is, the strong creature from before the flood, without flesh, without bone, without vein, without blood, without head, without feet, in field, in forest, without hand, without foot. It is also as wide as the surface of the earth, and it was not born, nor was it seen. So, ano daw yun, guys? Ha? Isipin nyo, ano yun? Sabihin ko na yung sagot, sirit na kayo. So, yan. The answer is, in this case, is the wind. Diba? So, basta yun na guys, wind yung sagot. Other Other riddles that the Druids and the minstrels committed to memory were much longer and more complex and contained important bits of secret lore disguised in cunning verses. Robert Graves, for instance, thought that the early wise men of Ireland and Wales stored their knowledge in poems that were easy to remember. Often they used elaborate secret codes, as when the names of trees stood for letters and the list of trees spelled out words. Lines 67 to 70 of the Battle of the Trees, a strange long poem sung by the ancient Welsh minstrels. So the elders in the front line began the affray. Willow and the rowan tree were tardy in array. Encoded the letters F, which is the secret Druidic alphabet, was represented by the elder tree, S for willow and L rowan. In this fashion, the few Druids who knew how to use letters could sing a song, ostensibly referring to a battle among the trees of the forest, were actually spelled out a message only initiates could interpret.
Ayan guys, I need to go back to sleep. Thank you guys for listening and thank you for helping me make this world a better place for all of us and for the future generation. Pray for me, guys. For my career progress. Okay? So, yun lang naman. Matulog na din kayo. Bye-bye.